We're adding to the fun and to the entertainment and to the getting jacked up because we're making healthy cookies for your family or Santa or the reindeer or whoever you want to give the cookies to this time of year.
Anyone, because everyone likes cookies,
Who doesn't like
especially
cookies?
when Leslie Cerier, the organic gourmet chef and educator from LeslieCarrier.com, makes them. Leslie, thanks for being here.
Oh, my pleasure. So much fun to feed you all.
Yes,
Hey.
we love eating your food. So
Everybody
these are,
wins.
everything you make is organic and really all natural.
And about the yum.
All about the yum. Well, that's the
Well,
most important thing.
Organic and, definitely creative. Like this was a recipe that I created as a gift for everybody because this is not in a cookbook. I haven't developed it for a person or company. This is just about the yum. They're gluten-free.
And they're thumbprint cookies. So does that mean they're depressed in the middle? Not sad, but like depressed.
Yeah, you put your thumb. Actually, they're very hands-on, so kids of all ages can enjoy making them. You can make a little walnut ball and then put your thumb in, or you can make a little patty and then put your thumb in.
Cool.
You just want to make sure you make space to put your filling in.
Well, what if your thumb isn't big enough? Because I would need like a big monster thumb because I really like the filling.
You could use 2 thumbs,
Okay,
maybe.
2 thumbs up. Two
Maybe-
thumbs up
maybe you
cookies.
use
Are
2
these
thumbs.
the walnuts, that part that we've made on the show before that are just so delicious?
Well, actually, it's similar. These are made with almonds, but you could do almonds, you could do walnuts, you can do hazelnuts. It's basically grinding nuts to make a flour, and then I also ground up some rolled oats to make some oat flour. And then we're putting that together with some coconut oil, maple syrup, a little vanilla, some cinnamon, little salt, that's it. And then it's a hands-on, make a little ball like we did that walnut crust. And
So-
it's all hands-on.
So Leslie, I'm sure a lot of people at home now, they're pretty excited to make it. So how does one get started making these?
Well, first we're going to make the filling.
Okay.
And this is something that if you have your own favorite organic jam, then you can use that.
So it's a jam or a jelly filling, but
Exactly.
ideally we make our own.
And in fact, when I was thinking of this, I thought, what if we just put in, melted, just put in some yummy chocolate squares
Yep.
and called it a day.
Oh, yeah, that would
we
be
could do that
fine.
too.
That's fine by me.
Yeah.
But today,
But I did
what are
make
we
a
gonna
jam.
make?
Well, I had some dried apricots.
Okay.
And then I just hydrated them with some water and some maple syrup. And then to hold it together, a little chia seeds.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
And chia seeds, they fill you up, right?
Well, chia seeds will keep you hydrated. They're also complete protein, great source of omega-3s, superfood, and they instantly jam things together.
And they're also the chia seeds that we know and love from our favorite chia plants, right? Like chia
They could
pets and
be.
all that?
They could
I
be.
think they might be the same
They could
thing.
be.
It's interesting how something so tiny and small can be so good for you. Isn't that cool?
Yes.
Look at it. It's like there's nothing there, but it really is the superfood.
Well, kind of like me. I'm short. Small is beautiful.
Exactly. Exactly. That's the way to think.
Yeah.
So how do we put it all together?
Well, essentially what you do first is you'll soak the dried apricots. And the other thing besides putting in chocolate squares is you could use dried cherries or dried figs, dates, your favorite dried fruit. And here I just had some water, a little maple syrup or honey, and the chia seeds. And then you put it in a blender or a food processor, whip it around for a couple of minutes, and then it becomes this beautiful jam.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So we have the jam. Now later in the show, we're going to make some of these too.
Exactly. We're going to make our filling, and then we'll see if Ashley's thumbs are big enough to make her print.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll make it work.
Stay tuned to find
So,
out.
We'll
yeah,
make it
Leslie,
work.
we'll leave you to it. Yes, we'll be back in a little bit.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Leslie. We are back with Leslie Cerier. Now we're finishing up our thumbprint cookies. So earlier we made the apricot jam, which you don't have to make. You could just buy it if you wanted to. Is that right?
Exactly, but buy an organic one and
Yeah.
buy your favorite flavor. You could do raspberry if you like, or strawberry, or maybe you even made some in the summer and you pull it off the shelf
That's cool.
and you go, these are my jam. But
Or-
if you want to, you can just use some dried fruit this time of year.
Or the alternative, if you're not as healthy as you are, just grab a hunk of chocolate and put it in there, because that's
There you go.
wicked tasty.
Yeah.
But, so we made up the what's going to become the cookie itself. What's
Exactly.
in this?
So this has oat flour, and that's just taking rolled oats and grinding it up in a food processor. It takes a couple minutes.
And that could substitute for good old-fashioned flour?
Well, essentially, because these are gluten-free, whenever you're working with different flours, they absorb liquid differently. So you wouldn't basically take this and go, okay, instead of oat flour, I'll use wheat flour. There's a little bit of math and a little bit of intuition, and basically it's a tactile. So you're going to touch these and you're going to go, oh, maybe they're a little wet, I need a little more flour. so you can't totally do that.
So it's not necessarily
but you
a
can.
one-to-one ratio all the
Exactly.
time. Okay.
Exactly. For instance,
Trial and error.
Yeah, well, it's experimentation.
Yes, exactly, and that's fun. So now we ball these up?
Yeah, this I ground up some almonds, so I've got a combination of almond flour and oat flour,
yep.
and then they've sat a couple of minutes, and then you're just going to make walnut-sized balls.
Now, what else is in it besides the oat flour and the walnut? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, and the almond.
Yeah, this has all organic ingredients, so it's got some. It's even got a little exotic Vietnamese cinnamon in here.
Ooh.
It's got
Fancy.
some organic grade B local maple syrup. It's got a little bit of sea salt, and it's got the oat flour, like I said, and some maple syrup, coconut oil, you know, all
But
kinds of
no
good
egg.
stuff.
So I can just
No
take
egg.
the whole hunk of it and eat it right now.
Exactly.
I mean, I won't,
You
but I could.
Yeah.
You could. So now we do that. I made one that's much too large.
Okay. Well, you can do what you want. You just got to put, and I put
then
a
we-
little coconut oil on here to grease the pan. You're going to just do this, and then you're going to put your thumb in.
Ashley, do you want to do it on
There
mine?
you go.
I know
And-
that you're excited to make the biggest thumbprint going. So.
And then you'll put your jam in, and the oven is preheating at 350 degrees.
For about how long do they go in there for?
They go in for about 10 minutes. You know, you'll check your oven to make sure it's true, because sometimes I set mine for 350, and I open it up and it's 400. I'm like,
Wow.
well,
You
I'm
have
a
to get a
hot
new
babe,
oven.
so, you know.
Okay, well,
just
I
being in the
didn't-
kitchen,
I
you
didn't
know?
take your hotness into account when I thought about the oven's temperature. Sorry about that, Leslie. So and then we
okay.
just fill them with whatever jam we like.
Exactly.
Call it a
Look
day.
at that thumbprint.
There you go.
That's
well,
a
there
big
you go.
thumbprint.
That's a
Ashley.
Jolly Green Giant thumbprint
There
right
you go.
there.
Leslie,
Then you just
I
doing
call
that.
dibs.
You can have that one. We'll throw them in the oven. We'll eat them by the end of the show. Always a pleasure to have you here, Leslie. Ashley, nice job with the thumbprints.
Thanks, and
There
we're
you
tired.
go.
And
If
we're
you want these recipes and more, go to mymassappeal.com later today. And ahead on Mass Appeal.